Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Obscure Prescription. And I just want to say that I have been blown away by this game. The game is Limbo. It was just released on Xbox Live Arcade today, and it is by developer Playdead. From that point forward, everything else that I know about this game ends. The game starts off with a young character, boy, if you will, that wakes up in the middle of a forest, and the adventure begins right there. There is no indication of why he's there, there's no indication of how he's gotten there, and there is no indication of your objective to get out of there. You're just thrown into this adventure, and it's up to you to figure it all out. The best way to describe this title would be platformer slash puzzle slash crazy. That's really the only way that I can explain it. This game single-handedly encapsulates what gaming is about. Gaming has been very strung out, and the level of creativity has been at an all-time low. This game takes all of that and brings it back into the forefront. It is imaginative, it is explorative, it enthralls you into the experience, it delves you into a world that you normally would go into gaming for. It just takes you away from everything that is occurring around you and just brings you into the world of this little boy trying to figure out how to get out of wherever he is, and it just spirals from there. This is what gaming is all about. It's one of the best platformers I've ever played, and all around one of the best games I've played thus far. This $15 game alone pretty much hands it to virtually every disc-based game that I've played this year, with the exception of Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is the only other game I've played this year that is just absolutely, hands down, fantastic. As you can see, the game lacks color. There is absolutely no color in this game. It is played in this almost film noir style of graphics, and there is virtually no music. I've heard some tracks here or there, but for the most part, there is no music in this game. All that you are given are your senses of what you can see and the surrounding sounds. You'll hear things such as him jumping, or you'll hear fires burning. You'll hear those kinds of sounds, but beyond that, there's no soundtrack that is getting in the way of this, and it really helps the experience because it draws you more into the environment than you would have expected to have been drawn in. It's absolutely amazing what sound can do for a game of this type. Outside of that, all I can say, if you're not into puzzlers, I would definitely pass it by, simply because this game, it tries the mind. I mean, it really tries the mind. I've played games like God of War, Uncharted, to a lesser extent, Ninja Gaiden, Infamous, games that have some puzzle elements that kind of leave you hanging, give you the opportunity to think for yourself and kind of evaluate and develop your own strategies. This game is definitely that, but the developers have left you with so little that you're out there in the open by yourself. There is no instruction manual, there is no storyline, there is no tutorial, nothing. You're just handed a controller and you're thrown into this experience. So point is, if you're not into puzzlers, I would definitely pass this up, because it tries you, and it's more than just a puzzle element. Don't get me wrong. The actual game itself has other elements going on there. Like I said, it's an excellent platformer. So if you're into games like Little Big Planet, you would probably like this. Mario, those kinds of games where it's kind of like, you know, get from this ledge to that ledge, hang, jump, swing, that kind of thing. this game offers that sort of experience as well. And don't let it fool you. Just because it's a little boy running around in multiple arenas, that don't let it fool you into thinking that this is just like a childish kiddie game. This is probably one of the most graphic games I've ever played. Yeah, there is no blood that you can see as far as blood red color to kind of give you the idea that he's bleeding, but you will see our little friend get decapitated, he will be impaled, he will be cut in half, things will roll over him. The things that this little guy has gone through is amazing. He drowns. It's as though his family tree has no history of water, because every time you enter water in this game, you're pretty much dead. And outside of that, the challenge is it's an absolutely challenging game. I mean, the developers, apparently from what I've read, the developers kind of wanted to go with a die and try gameplay style. So you try things, more than likely you will die the first time. Then you kind of become acclimated to the situation, and you go back in and you redo it. And of course, most of the times you come out successful because you already know where the traps are, you already know what killed you the first time, so you know exactly what to avoid the second time you go into that situation. As you can see here right now, this is actually a scene that it took me a couple of, well, it actually took me one try, but it was sort of morbid how the game wanted you to use what appeared to be a dead body just laying in the water to complete the puzzle. It's an absolutely amazing game. If you've been getting a bit worn out and tired of just holding a trigger button and pulling it and shooting in Battlefield, Modern Warfare, Blacklight Tango down, Kane and Lynch on its way, Black Ops, Spec Ops, Brink. There are a lot of shooters coming out, and it seems like the gaming industry has lost its direction and it's just shoveling out the same crap over and over. Allow yourself to be enveloped into an obscure game like this. It's been Gold Perverter for Obscure Prescription. The gameplay is over and I'm still talking. I'm out, guys. I'm out. Limbo out.